This bicycle workshop is actually based inside the steel container. Recently, it was even kitted out with lights. And music keeps the workers in a good mood. The workshop is located in Tempelhof Park on the fields of Berlin's former airport. Most impressively, the power is generated by a homemade wind turbine that rises 10 meters above the ground. The turbine can also power small devices like lamps and radios, and it stores up power for when there's no wind.
The electricity from the turbine comes in here as three-phase alternating current. It's then diverted to the top, to the rectifiers. That converts the three-phase alternating current to direct current for the batteries. It first goes through a fuse to protect the system, then it goes to the batteries. Here are the 8 batteries connected in series.
The turbine was designed by environmental engineers Emmanuel Dorn and Simon Guss. The turbine comes as a self-assembly kit. It costs around €400, and most of the components can be found at scrapyards. Here, Emmanuel is welding on the rear axle of a car, which will allow the turbine to rotate in the wind.
What I find fascinating is that you can build this really complex product yourself. Wind turbines are complex, and many processes go into building one. Today, they're also being built on a large industrial scale. We have a lot of big megawatt wind turbines here in Germany, but to build one, you don't need a high-tech factory. All you need is the know-how and a few tools.
The engineers also give workshops to teach people how to build the turbines. Along with know-how, it takes concentration and patience. Enameled copper wire is wound into magnetic coils. That's how the generator creates electricity. It's just one of the skills the participants learn in the workshop. It takes a week of work to get the system up and running. One of the students is Jacob Ladipo. He's going to go to Sierra Leone soon to pass on what he's learned. Then people in Sierra Leone will be able to use the kits to build their own windmills.
We want to create a model program to show people that renewable energy is a workable solution. To say, look, you can do something too. You don't need to burn wood and gasoline to get energy.
A maintenance station for the rotor blades has been set up in the basement. Wood often has knot holes, which makes the blades less aerodynamic. So these bumps and holes need to be smoothed out.
The conversion of wind power to electricity depends on the rotor blades. They can be wood rotor blades or the large epoxy resin blades used in industrial wind turbines. If the blades aren't smooth and perfect, then the conversion of wind into electricity is less efficient too.
The wind turbine at Tempelhof Park also needs regular checks. This time Simon Guss and Emmanuel Dorn are doing it themselves. They're convinced their turbines could be very useful in places that aren't connected to the electrical grid.
If the wind turbine is built properly and has a decent-sized battery bank, it could supply energy to a village in a rural area in another country.
The bike workshop in Tempelhof Park has more plans up their sleeve. Soon the turbine will supply power to an antenna and 3 routers. Then there will be free Wi-Fi here, all thanks to wind energy.